Hey guys, welcome to a new Zoom episode. Today we're going to talk about one of the most iconic chronographs ever made, the Breitling Navitimer, which is perhaps Breitling's most beloved model and has been around since the early 1950s. The reference we talk about today is the AB01272111B1P1, pretty long reference number. After you've watched this video, you'll hopefully be a bit more knowledgeable about the Navitimer. By the way, if you want to learn more about auto models and watches in general, make sure to subscribe to our channel where you can find all the other Zoom episodes, our in-depth watch talks and reviews, as well as event recaps and how-to videos. But now let's talk about the watch we have right here, the Breitling Navitimer. Let's talk a few words about the history. The Navitimer is the evolution of the Breitling Chronomat, which came out in 1942. The Chronomat was the first watch to have a slide rule bezel, which was then introduced 10 years later on the Navitimer. The first reference number to be sold was the 806, which had a manual wind chronograph movement with column wheel mechanism made by Venus. It was the Caliber 178. Since then, the watch really has not changed too much. As we can see today, most of the features that the first model had is pretty much also on the new Breitling Navitimer as well. The size of the watch is 46 millimeters and the thickness is 14.5 millimeters. So it's relatively thick. It sits comfortably on the wrist, even though for someone who's got a smaller wrist, it's maybe not the perfect choice. The weight is 120 grams without the strap, head only, which is not too bad, but it's not a light watch either. The case is steel, at least on this model. However, Breitling also offers the Navitimer on steel and gold, black steel, and solid 18-karat red gold case. The case back is transparent sapphire crystal, which lets you see the movement. The water resistant is 3 bars or 30 meters. The crown is not a screw-down crown, but it has 2 gaskets. You just pull out to set the time in the second position, pull out in the first position to set the date. The crystal on the Navitimer is sapphire, obviously, with anti-reflective coating on both sides. The Breitling Navitimer has a display case back. If you flip it over, you can see the movement. This is Breitling's 01 Caliber, which is an in-house movement, self-winding, as you can see the rotor, mechanical movement with about 70 hours of power reserve. The vibration per hour is 28,800 with 47 joules and a calendar function that you can see between the 4 and the 5 o'clock. The model we have right here comes in a leather strap, but you can also order it on a bracelet. This one, however, is a leather strap version, which is 24/20. That means 24 millimeters on the lock side and 20 millimeters on the buckle side. The Navitimer is obviously a chronograph, which is pretty simple to operate. You just use it like any other chronograph. You have a top pusher and a button pusher. The top pusher starts the chronograph function, also stops it, and you can reset it with the bottom pusher. At the 3 o'clock position, you have a 30-minute counter. The 6 o'clock position, you have a 12-hour counter. And at 9 o'clock position, you have the continuous second hand. Other than the chronograph function, obviously, we have the slide rule all around the dial, which lets you calculate all kinds of different things. We're not getting into the details, but if you're a pilot, you surely know how to use this watch. So again, the Navitimer is one of the most well-known chronograph watches in history, and due to its design, it's also one of the most recognizable watches ever. But what do you think about it? Do you like the Navitimer or chronographs in general? Do you own a watch like that or plan to get one in the future? Let us know in the comments below, and also make sure to check out our other Zoom episodes like the Rolex Submariner or the TAG Heuer Monaco Caliber 11. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Enjoy your watches. Bye bye.